What's your name? Where are you from? What's on your mind?
Hello, I am from yesterday. I am already talking with you. It's very nice talking with you.
Yeah, I remember you. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. So
I already follow you and then I watch uh these YouTube videos. It's
it's
very good,
awesome. What
very,
did you think?
very good.
Some of those
I
conversations
have
are
the
really interesting.
question. I have this question. Yeah, very interesting. Actually, may I ask one question this time? So, can you believe in gods in other religion and also believe in the creator as the faithist teaching?
So I would replace the word believe with the word acknowledge. I acknowledge the gods. Like you see the gods play out in so many different, like you can see it in the Bible, you can see it in all these other texts and traditions and stuff. And I don't deny that they have existed and that, you know, I'm sure that there are gods or beings out there that are still playing a part in this world, but I don't worship any of them. So that's the thing. Just because I am aware that they exist doesn't mean that I worship them.
I see.
Does that
I
does that
see.
help?
I see. So, can this creator also cease to exist and uh yeah, so can this creator possibly the human world is like die or cease to exist someday?
I don't know the answer to that. I mean, I would think that would be impossible, but that's beyond my knowledge.
Oh, so the creator is beyond the human's knowledge, right?
Yeah, to a certain extent. I mean, the creator is a great mystery, but we do know some aspects of the creator. Some aspects have been revealed to us through the wisdom of sages and prophets and people who have been inspired. But even with all of that, we can't grasp the creator. We're so small compared to the source of everything. We're not going to be able to understand everything. I mean, not even a little bit. We just barely scratch the surface.
I see. So is it because the human mind is the humans is too weak, too small to make sense to understand the creator, or because the creator is too big for the understanding of every living being?
Well, think of
Which
it like this.
one?
This is the way I think of it. We're living in this physical life is kind of like being in school. And so when you're in kindergarten, you have the potential to understand physics and medicine, and you have the potential to understand very complicated things. But when you're in kindergarten, even though you have the potential to know those things, you can't know them because you're not developed far enough. So we have the potential to know way more than we know right now, but we're in kindergarten. I mean, if you think of this life compared to eternity, we are just starting out. I mean, we are just babies compared to what we're going to be in a million years, you know? So think
Yeah,
of it like that.
yeah. But as this belief, this faith is belief, is it possible for humans to one day evolve to be able to understand like the creator 100%?
No,
Is it
I don't believe
possible?
so. I think
Oh,
as we grow and mature and we learn lessons and when our physical body dies, we're going to get another body, that's not physical. It's going to be, I guess a spiritual body or something like that. And we're going to have the capability of learning more about the creator. We're always going to have the capability of learning more, but there is no like end destination of, oh, I've arrived. I know everything. I know everything about the creator. It's never going to be like that.
okay.
That's
Uh,
what I believe.
So when I watch your videos, right, and forgive me if I took this opinion on the wrong side of things. So I am assuming here that uh the the thing that the creator is creating us, but we don't know the purpose. The purpose are we given ourselves as human. As the creator, why did the creator create something and then give no meaning, no purpose to the creation?
I think we do have a purpose. I think we have a purpose. I think our purpose is to okay, so think of it like this. So scrap the school analogy and think of this world like a garden. So
Okay.
if you take over a piece of land that is absolutely garbage, like nothing can grow on it, but you as sort of the steward, the creator of the garden, you're taking that piece of land and every year you're developing it. You're enriching the soil and you're planting what needs to be planted. And you're doing it in a way that every year the soil is becoming better and the plants are producing better and better fruit. And so the question is, what's the purpose? Well, the purpose is to grow better and better fruit, to have production so that you can have a better product. The purpose of this world being created and for us being on it is to become a better product, to become a better likeness of the creator, to um, be more capable of 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 um, of resembling the creator. So we as creations are a reflection of the creator, but in our current state, we are a mis we're a very poor reflection. So the purpose is to become a better reflection. And the more we become like the creator, the more we can share that light with everybody around us, and hopefully they will see the light and become a better reflection of the creator as well. So I think the purpose of us being here in existence is to reflect the creator and to, now that we are in existence, to have a better and better time of existence, to have a more enjoyable, more joy-filled time. Yeah, that makes sense.
I am trying to get a grip on these explanations. I need time to consume the explanation.
Well, think about it like this. Okay, so let me see. So in the Faithist teachings, there's there's two there's two there's two aspects of us when we're born. We have the light side and the dark side in us. The
Yeah.
the negative qualities in us are called tetracts, and the name isn't that important. It's basically just dark qualities about us. And then there are virtues. So we have tetracts and virtues, and we get to choose whether we're going to choose the light or the darkness. And we're given all the tools we need to choose willingly and with consent. So we can choose to become um, we can choose to go to the light or we can choose to go to the darkness. Now, all roads, I believe, do lead to the Creator eventually. Even if you choose darkness, you will wind up in a dark place and kind of, I guess, hit rock bottom and be rescued from that darkness and be able to get another chance of going to the Creator again. Um, so it's never there is no path that leads to eternal despair and hopelessness. So the Creator is always drawing us to Him. So how
Okay.
do these teachings compare to what you believe? Like, what do you're trying to make sense of these teachings, but what are you comparing it to? What do you have in your thought process of your truth?
As an agnostic, we usually just asking people question because an agnostic is on the face of where uh, beliefs are actually doesn't matter. We try to ask the question and to know if the answer is fitting to the real answer.
Right.
So we are trying to, in the face of trying to figuring out about the world, the universe, the God, the creator too.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the explanation? And it's more than likely we will unable to we will not be able to perceive all of them until we die, but at least we are trying to reach the understanding, the 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 highest possible understanding of everything.
Right. And the way you just described that journey is very much my approach. Like, I'm not convinced of anything 100%. Like, I'm totally willing to
Yeah,
question what I believe and to grow beyond where I'm in now. Yeah.
yeah,
It's a
very
journey.
true.
It's a journey of curiosity.
It's a journey. Yes, it's a journey of curiosity. It's very
Hmm.
correct. Because if you just accept, I think if you just accept whatever given to you, you don't know if it is inside of the meal can consist of poison, can consist of something that is unedible, consist that something wrong or not true inside it. You just receive it and you consume it, and
Yeah.
that is dangerous ideology to us, to agnostic at least. But
Oh.
I believe that it is for everyone also
Mm.
like that. If you eat, you will want to know what is the content of the meal you want to consume, right? You
Right.
you want to put something inside your mouth. You will make sure that it is not dangerous. You will make sure that it is good, it is edible, and
Hmm.
you will go about and beyond. Possibly, I don't know the terminal English terminology. So, about and beyond, possibly, you will go out of your way to
Yeah.
ask people to make some kind of organization to determine what is the ingredients. So the maker have to put the label what is the inside of the meal, and that
Right.
is also the same with our belief in the religions. If a
Hmm.
religions just claim that you need to do this and you need to believe that, you need to explain to an agnostic. You need to make an explanation that we really can receive based on the explanation itself and based on the result, including the way you act, you treat others, the way you run your family, you do your life, you what you said, and everything that is mirrored on your belief about something because it is on your inside. It is inside you.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. So when my wife and I started reading this book, Owaspy, the first, I mean, I'm still doing it, but really, the first time through I read it, my goal was to prove it wrong. Because
Yeah.
I didn't, growing up Christian and realizing that a lot of what I believed was not based in reality, I don't ever want to be in that position again. And so when I'm reading this, or when I'm reading um, um, this other book, this is a book on Brahmanism, or I'm reading the Bible, or I'm reading the Quran, that's my process. I'm basically studying it to one to see if there's any wisdom in these documents that are beneficial to my life that I can share with others, and if it allows me to become a better part of the community, like more loving, more selfless, and a better steward of my life, then I have a good idea that it's a good thing to um, to incorporate into my life. But the other part of it is I'm trying to prove everything wrong. And if I can't prove it wrong, then I'm going to tentatively say, for now, I'm going to subscribe to it.
Yeah. I think there is a big benefit to what we are, me and you, we are the same. We search for the truth, and we
Mm,
believe that our lives is journeys toward
yes.
seeking the truth. Sometimes we go astray, but we will definitely come closer to the truth, at least to some extent, right? It is very benefit to read the book that people make, whether it is the Bible. We read the Bible, we try to understand what Jesus said, whether it is the Quran. We read the Quran, we ask people because it is on different language, right? So
Mm,
because it is in Arabic, we try to ask the people who understand Arabics to make accurate opinion about it. Whether it is the Hindu scripture, I think is the Veda. The Veda, possibly it is also asking them from their point of view, and also with the other belief, including the pagans, the Buddhists. We read their books. We ask people around. We trying to make sense, because everything that is everything that the Messiah said, the prophet said, the Brahman said, the monks said, there is uh, even if it is not true, it is not totally wrong either. There is some wisdom, even if it is little, but sometimes we can find the truth inside this wisdom, or at least the puzzle to become closer to the truth. That is my opinion. There is usually why the agnostic keep on searching. This is the main difference between agnostics and atheists, because the
mm,
atheists thinks that they already found the way, which is no existence, no magical things, no spiritual things, nothing, no religion, no God, no creator, nothing, just us and the universe. But
mm-hmm.
we entertain the possibility of everything, including possibility that what the atheist claims is also true.
Yeah, I mean, I've studied atheist ideas, and some of them are really beautiful. Um, I enjoy their perspective on some ways, but I don't resonate with very much of it. But some of what they say is really beautiful. Like the beauty of life. Like if this life really was created sort of just purely natural happenstance, and we're here to experience the beauty of it, that's a pretty significant miracle, and we should value life even more because of the lack of context from an eternal perspective. So I can value what an atheist says for sure.
Yeah.
I have a saying that you reminded me of, and I wish I could remember it
What
exactly.
is it?
It
Please
says
tell me.
it says the more lost you are, the closer you are to being found.
Yeah, it is better to understand that we are lost than to believe 100% that we have found the way and other way is wrong. We
Exactly.
literally close the way to the truth if we think that we are We know the way, and this is the only way, and nothing else is the way. We
Mm-hmm.
literally close the the possibility of understanding higher wisdoms. We close the door to whatever they said, like salvation, to higher understanding, to evolution, to higher being, to whatever we got the terminology for this kind of thing. We literally close it. And uh i I'm not preaching about Hinduism, but I talk with them a lot lately. I want to borrow the notion, the examples from one of the Hindus, is
Mm-hmm.
that when you are when someone told you about Australia and you live in America and you have never been in Australia, isn't isn't it better that you experience Australia yourself than to believe that somewhere on the south, I don't know where exactly, but on the south there is some place with kangaroo, and the kangaroo can stand on the 2 feet. Isn't it better if you go there yourself and experience and look at the kangaroo yourself?
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah, no, I
that's
agree.
what we are trying to do. We try to experience the question themselves. We are trying to experience about the Christianity. We are trying to experience about the Orthodox, the Islam, the Hindu, the Buddhist. We are trying to talk with them. We are trying to learn.
So let me ask you a question. Okay, so
Yeah.
you probably definitely have done way more study than me because I'm kind of new at this. I'll be very much the first to admit that. Where, if you can point to one area, or yeah, where have you found to be a source of wisdom that has sort of changed your perspective on life for the better, that you have found in a text or a tradition or a religion or whatever? Where have you found that is a rich source of wisdom, or is it everywhere?
Uh, I will answer this as personal answer, okay? Because people found the wisdom on different places. Sometimes they also found it within themselves, so no religion included in this process. But I personally was uh, how to say that revelation. My revelation came when I talked with the Buddhist people at
Oh,
first,
okay.
uh, decades ago. I was talking with the Buddhist people. I was have my own religion, but then I talk with people with understanding about Buddhism, and let me call this the very expensive wisdom teaching experience. It is not expensive in a sense that I have to throw money, but even if these people knew something that is, I think, closer to the wisdom, closer to the truth, to some extent, it is they don't want to just open it to just try to convert people or just telling whatever to people. They usually like what is the name of, wait, let me open my translator. I'm sorry, wait.
Oh no, go ahead.
They wrap it around on so many packages. So first time you meet these people, these monks, they just told you something that really outside. It is the wrap, it is the package, it is the packet, it is not the inside. And they open slowly one by one, and
Mm,
the understanding becomes deeper. I'm not a Buddhist myself, but listening to their talk became interesting day by day. It is not like just one day session and you understand everything. No, it is day by day. You are talking to them, you are arguing with them, you are discussing with them, and they reveal slowly, open one by one process. And
yeah,
uh, not even their students, not even their students can get full extent understanding of what this means. It is a very difficult process that grew also with our brain. Our brain become becoming able to receive it slowly. It is like this kind of wisdom, this kind of information. It is very hard to to process when you're first time uh, talking with them. It is like just like your exactly like your example for from you. My own experience is that when I first come to them, I don't understand what they are talking about. I become bored. It is become boring, and I was sleepy because it doesn't make sense at all.
Mm-hmm.
But now looking back, I understand what they're meaning by what they are saying, because it is like when small children, like kindergarten children, like elementary school children, going to the seminar held by a professor. It is very hard to understand. You need to go step by step. You need to go to the elementary school, and then junior school, and then above, and then after so many years, at at long last, you will at least gain some understanding how to begin with this. Not full understanding of everything, but you get the you get the how to search on your own about the truth, and what you have, uh, the exact way of what you need to do to understand, to search for the truth. Not finding the truth yet, but it is how to process it correctly.
Yeah, and all the time you need experience. Experience is the only way to actually learn how the truths are true. Is you can know something in your mind, but until you have some kind of experience, it's always going to be sort of out of reach.
Yes, sir, that's very true.
Yeah, that's cool. So you've been on this journey for a long time, huh?
Yeah. Let me give you my personal experience and my personal understanding, because I believe that everyone should have their own system, their own ways to unlock this truth, right? But for me, uh, wait, let me open my book, my notes. Okay. So for me, since the search of this truth is very difficult, and I personally think that for years we have been doing the wrong thing to search for the truth. Usually, we try to determine which one is the truth from everything that has happening. We tried which one is the truth from all of this, and this is very difficult when you want to find a needle on a haystack, and you frantically trying to to force your way into this enormous stack of haystack to
Yeah,
find the needle. It will not make a good way to answer, to find the needle. And
right.
what should I do then? I have this question long time ago. What should I do then if I want to know for the truth? I need to make selection. I need to take the haystack out one by one and see if this is not the needle, then I throw it away.
Right.
So I don't find the truth anymore, but I found what is the definition of the wrong thing, and I try to determine this is must be wrong, and I will not go with this route. I will mark this route as wrong. And
Oh
all
yeah.
decades, I already find 5 ways to determine myself what is wrong from the thing that I'm not sure yet, the in this enormous haystack, if it is the needles or the haystack or the hay. So the first thing is uh, the when something force you to accept that their truth is the only way
Yeah.
and there is no other truth, that must be wrong for me. That's the first answer for when I searching what is the wrong. That's the first wrong. If something say that our truth is the only truth and there is no other truth is right, no other way, no other door, all doors are locked, you need to go through this one door, that must be wrong. The second thing is when uh, everything has to go through this system, this belief, everything has to be measured, have to go through, have to be measured. Yeah, it's the best word for this. Have to be measured by this one standards, and this either religion, either belief, either cult standard. Everything have to be measured by their personal standard. That must be the second wrong. And the
Okay.
third wrong for me is when you ask the question to them. For example, I'm asking, uh, if I do this, if this wrong, and they just when they at the maximum limit, they can't answer the question. They just, yeah, we don't know about this, but uh God will know more about this. But you need to pray to ask for this answer. Uh, this is the third wrong for me, and
So
the
hang on.
fourth.
Hang on. Let me just understand that. So like when their system of belief falls short, they don't look for additional information. They say, "Go pray about it."
Yeah.
Okay. I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes on what you're saying.
So it is not wrong to not know things, right? But some people don't like to accept that they are limited, but they said that gods know all, but the answer is within the God's realm.
Uh huh.
So they don't want to use their mind. They don't want to teach their mind. They don't want to really answer the question, but they make the answer, all the answer come back to the being they call the gods or Allah or
Yeah.
Jesus or Buddha or the devas, but they don't want to search for themselves. That's called lazy, and that's the fourth notes on my note, that this is must be the wrong person to ask. The third note. The fourth note is that when something have the mission, the main mission is to gather followers instead of searching the truth. So they are happy with so many people, new people following their belief, their cults or whatever, but they don't really search for the truth. They want to win arguments. They want to win more people on their side. It's like war. It's not searching for the truth. For me, it's the fourth warning that it must be the wrong person to ask. They are busy to make more people, to create
Right.
more followers. They are not busy looking for the truth. I want the truth. I don't want follow.
Right.
It's two different things, right? And that makes sense to me, at least for me, my personal. So the last thing is that someone that like to force you to accept their own personal experience. For example, that the example of the Australia, right? So when I said to you that, oh, Mister, I have been to Australia, in the Australia, you have this creature called kangaroo that have the face of a human, and they can shot flamethrower from their mouth, and he just said, oh, okay, okay, I believe you because you are trustworthy person, and I think you are a hero on my life, so I believe you. And also this kangaroo can fly. Okay, fine, fine. Even if that's illogical, I believe you. That's the fifth notes on my mark to mark a person that's not worthy to answer my questions. That must be wrong. Something wrong with him because he is focusing on the thing that he has, the thing that he is experiencing, and I have no way to see if it is the truth or it is not the truth because I cannot experience it itself myself. But the person insists that his truth must be my truth, and there is no
Right.
other thing. This is dangerous.
I like it, man. I took notes on that. Those are five solid pieces of advice, man. That's good.
Yeah, but again, this is my personal experience. I would respect if people have different experience because we live on our different bodies. We live within our different community, our different experiences. For
Yeah.
example, I saw there is a cat right there. Okay, I have zero experience with cats, with having a pet cat. You can tell
Right.
me more about the truth about cats that you own, the color like this, the behavior like this, but I can't. Uh, I don't know nothing about cats because I don't own a cat. If I own a cat, possibly my cat has different color, different living in the different kind of world. The cat will act differently than your cat. It is
Mm-hmm.
possible. The cat probably need different treatment, need different kind of food. The food in which in my place not available, in your place is available abundantly.
Yeah. I like what you're saying. Here's a thought. It goes along with what you're saying, but this was presented to me um, a few years ago when I was still a Christian. There was a guy who was trying to tell me, trying to enlighten me why some Christian communities are so toxic. Is because there's this idea, whether it's taught overtly or if it's just sort of subconscious, that agreement is synonymous with love. So if we agree, we love each other. Like, if you're in a church and you all agree with the same thing, that means you're in one spirit. But if there's disagreement, that means there's no love, and that's what they think. And so when you disagree or when you have your own opinions, when you have your own thoughts, then that loving environment, which appeared loving, all of a sudden becomes not loving because everybody is supposed to agree with each other, and that's how the group identifies um, being unified in love is having 100% total agreement. And what happens is people stop thinking for themselves, and the ones that do think for themselves, they're labeled as rebels and heretics and are basically ostracized from the group. And so you can never have real community because individuality is not acceptable. Even though it's not
Yeah,
taught, that's what it's lived at.
that's literally outside of the definition of love and affection, right? When
I know.
you have different opinion and people don't love you anymore, how is that the definition of love?
I'm telling you, man. But still, that is like baseline toxic Christianity. Is the opposite of love. It's crazy. And they preach
Yeah.
it like love. They preach it as if it's love.
When they said love thy neighbor, right? I'm sorry if I'm wrong because I don't really know, but you was a Christian, right? You were a Christian, and when they say to love neighbors, to love thy neighbors, right? What is that supposed to really means?
Um, so when I was going to Bible study, I was actually still going to Bible study after I left Christianity. I just didn't really tell them that I was no longer a Christian because I liked going there. I liked having the friendship, and I still like studying the Bible. But one of the things they said was the highest form of love is to be able to tell the truth to somebody. And there is no higher truth for a Christian than to let somebody know that they're going to hell. And so if they see somebody who is out of alignment with their beliefs, their highest form of love is to tell them that they're a sinner going to hell. That's loving your neighbor. That's the highest form of love. And that to me just seems so judgmental and so evil, it doesn't make any sense to my brain.
But if the religion works like that, it is exactly like this pyramid business work models, right? So your mission is just make people stay inside the pyramids, and
Yeah.
you make new following to the pyramids under you, and then you bring it to the gathering. It's exactly the same to this pyramid. People are searching for more people. The mission is not to spread the real love, right? Real love means you really love and respect and give attention to if this person is sick, is don't have money. You don't care about does this person believe, but you love him, and you might tell him about your religion because you love him. But if he don't accept your religion, you will still love him. You will
Hmm.
still give him care, give him attention, because
Yeah.
love is something that is not determined by how the people act, because how the people have so much money or not, because love is love.
Hmm.
If it is determined by how the people act on you, how the people don't agree with your belief, it is not love anymore. It is love because there is a reason to be loving people, and it become not love anymore.
Yeah, it's an
From
ulterior
profit,
motive.
ulterior motive, it became, if I do this, this is not profitable, I don't like this, is that's not love, right?
Right.